Welcome to the Laptop Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, Jess Cassity, and today we're diving deep into the world of social media marketing. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just dipping your toes into the online business waters, mastering social media is key to success in today's world. So grab your favorite beverage, settle into your comfiest chair, and let's get ready to level up your social media game. Okay, friends, let's kick things off by setting the stage. Social media has become the cornerstone of modern marketing, offering entrepreneurs unparalleled access to their target audience. But with so many platforms to choose from and strategies, what is the way to even begin? Where do you start? Fear not, my dear friends, because today we're going to be talking about all of the stuff of insights and tips and tricks for navigating the social media maze. So you should begin by establishing 2 platforms when you're just starting out, okay? This way you can dedicate your focus on them, and once you master those 2, then you can move on to having more platforms and learning all about cross-promoting and everything. But having 2 platforms will help you reach a broad audience in your niche, but it will also be easier for you to maintain, and then instead of trying to create different content for each platform. You don't want to participate in too many of them at once. It'll be extremely overwhelming in the beginning. So decide on your 2 platforms where you want to be based on who and where your niche is hanging out, right? Based on Zapier, we're going to go through some demographics of some notes that I found on each of those platforms to help you decide which 2 platforms your niche is hanging out in, right? Okay, so first up, Facebook. Facebook is popular among all demographics, but particularly it has a high number of people aged 65 and older. It comes down to 46% of people in that age group. So Facebook is the most popular social media site for that entire age group. And while YouTube attracts more visitors in the age group of 18 to 29, more than 3/4 of people aged 18 to 29 use Facebook. So that's a really big chunk of people on Facebook. So let's dive in a little bit more to the YouTube. It's essentially very popular among everyone, but it actually has a little bit more men that watch the channel than women. More than 2/3 of both women and men report spending time on YouTube. And while the largest percentage of users is in the 18 to 29 age group, people of all age groups report spending time on YouTube. And Instagram tends to appeal to more women than men, more people aged 18 to 49, and more people living in urban than suburban areas. And with that being said, men do use Instagram, of course, but so do people over the age of 50. But the numbers are just showing where the majority of the people are, okay? Pinterest is, the audience skews more female than men. 42% of women use this platform as opposed to only 15% of men. Beyond that, people of all age groups tend to use this platform fairly equal numbers. The next one that I want to talk about is LinkedIn. Only 9% of people who have not attended college frequent LinkedIn. Additionally, people of all age groups use LinkedIn, including people who have hit retirement age, though the usage of the platform is less prevalent for the 65 and older group. Twitter is equally popular among men and women, but it tends to be used more by people age 18 to 49 than those age 50 and older. In addition to that, Twitter is slightly more popular among people with some college education or college degrees, and it's usually slightly more used by people in urban and suburban areas than people in rural areas. Next up is TikTok. And TikTok reached 1.92 billion users in 2023. More than 1 billion people now sing, dance, perform, and shop on TikTok. The app hit a staggering almost 2 billion in 2023, which is just crazy, a 16% increase from the previous year of 2022. The app is expected to reach 2 billion, if not a little bit beyond that, by the end of 2024. And TikTok right now is the #1 downloaded app in more than 40 countries. TikTok's rise in popularity has been swift and global. This app is now the most downloaded, like I said, in those 40 countries. And if you remember, this obviously really took off during the height of COVID. Most of the people on there are women aged 18 to 24. And while TikTok might have, more of a teeny bopper reputation, 18.2% of its audience are made up of that women age 18 to 24. So female users age 25 to 34 represent 16.3%. So if you see that, it's actually young male users make up 18% of the TikTok audience, and 18% of those male TikTok users are 18 to 24. So it's really interesting when you look at all of these stats. And something else that I want to mention a little bit when it comes to TikTok as well is that these results say that as of 2023, US adults spend a total of 4.43 billion minutes per day on TikTok. So that's, kind of the demographics for each platform. But in a nutshell, I want to, run down that a little bit. Facebook, it is a little bit, I would say, higher. I would say probably 30 and older is really the niche place in there. But the difference between a lot of these platforms is Facebook has Facebook groups, which is really, really great for starting your own Facebook group to help grow your business. You can have Facebook pages on here for your business. So each of these platforms are going to offer very different things. But I want you to think of each of these social platforms this way. Facebook is more of a networking groups to join to grow your business in this way for the middle-aged people, really. Okay, you can do the posts, the advertisements, and a lot of things that you're going to reach that. I feel like your things, your posts, your reels, your advertisements and stuff live longer on Facebook. And then if you look at Instagram, that platform is aimed more at photos and reels now, okay? But not a lot of community to get together and talk and mastermind and collaborate like you can on Facebook and the Facebook groups, okay? Now Pinterest, when you're thinking about Pinterest, I'm going to put Pinterest and YouTube kind of together a little bit because this one is very highly based on SEO. Your stuff is going to live longer on Pinterest and YouTube. So you're going to create that content that is going to be long-lived instead of just a post or a video and it's gone really quick, right? So Pinterest is really great to make those graphics and drive traffic to where you want it to go. Now with YouTube, obviously it's very video oriented, but this is really great if you provide any type of education, tips, training, and that sort of stuff that's going to live out there, but it stays and lives longer, just like with Pinterest than it would with Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, right? So your stuff the videos that you're creating on there are going to last longer. Now, when I think of Twitter, personally, I think of it more as news and celebrities, just sending out those tweets and stuff. I don't feel like it's really where you're sharing and promoting your business as much as some of the other platforms. Now, TikTok is really great, obviously. Videos is where it's at, and you can do the lives, but it's really been focusing a lot on the TikTok shop, which unless you're selling, products, which most of you are selling, some sort of digital product or services, which you can use that for. But I think that it's very influencer based right now, which a lot of Instagram is as well. So I think that is a good, fun platform and does help, but I don't know that should be one of your first two that you're just starting to focus on, right? LinkedIn, I think of as more for professionals and networking. It has really grown a lot in the fact of creating these newsletter types in there, which is really amazing. And it's really grown a lot and really kind of come back, but I don't know that should be one of your first ones as well either. I would recommend choosing Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube, some combination of those. And obviously it's really great because you can, cross-post a lot of those platforms or reuse the same content. So that's my advice on the differences of, some of the platforms and what that looks like. Okay, so now that we've cracked the code and laid the groundwork of what social media looks like, so from crafting engaging content to harnessing the power of hashtags, we're now gonna, dive into that a little bit and talk about the strategies for maximizing your online presence and connecting with your audience on a deeper level. One of the biggest mistakes that I see a lot of entrepreneurs make is treating social media as just another advertising platform. Instead, focus on building authentic connections with your audience by sharing valuable content, engaging with their comments and messages, and showcasing the human side of your brand. This is where people really want to connect with you. This also helps when it comes to storytelling and getting your products and services connected with your audience. One of the big things is don't just post to post, because people aren't going to pay attention. They're not going to see that. They don't care. They can feel that it's, not as deep, it's not as real. Don't post just to post, to just do it, okay? And now that you've determined, where your audience is hanging out, you're gonna need to dive further into what works on that platform. Do you use hashtags on LinkedIn? So that's what you need to think about. Each platform has a different way to market, connect, and master that algorithm. Some platforms are aimed at videos, where another platform is mainly photos. And you need to find the platform where your audience is hanging out, but you also need to find the one that works with the content that you're intending to produce. Okay, so next up, I want to talk about the tools of the trade. No social media marketer worth their salt would be caught without their arsenal of handy tools. So let's talk about my favorite tools for streamlining your social media, your workflow, and maximizing the efficiency. One of my go-to most favorite tools is Metricool, which helps me schedule posts across multiple platforms and analyze their performance in real time. It's a game changer for staying organized and staying ahead of the curve in, today's fast-paced digital landscape. So you can schedule posts, reels, stories, and so much more on Metricool. You can link up Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google. You can do reels, stories, everything right on there, right? So Metricool has been called the Swiss Army knife of social media. And if you're thinking about starting a social media agency or offering any sort of social media management as one of your services, this is an amazing platform to use, as you can have several brand accounts in one location. So that means that you can have all of your business accounts, you can have multiple business accounts for all of the clients that you're servicing. And in addition to analyzing your own social media content across, all of your social media platforms, you can also analyze your competitors. What? Yes, it's so amazing. You've really got to check that out. The next tool that I want to talk about is Canva. You can create all of your social media content, your graphics, even your videos, your reels, your stories in this platform. Brand them to your business, and then just go. You can also use tons of templates that Canva already has in there for you. Just change them up to fit your needs and your brand, and that's it. To keep it sweet and simple, those are the two main tools that you need to rock on social media right now. You need a systemized posting plan. Now, if you're just starting out and you want to do Facebook and Instagram, you can just do the Meta scheduler and schedule to both of those platforms at the same time. Easy peasy, free, whatever. But when you're ready for a little bit more, to be able to pay attention, add more platforms in there, and analyze yourself and your competitors, Metricool is the place to be, I promise you. Okay, time to roll up our sleeves and put these social media marketing strategies into practice. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting an upcoming event, or simply engaging with your audience on a daily basis, remember to stay true to your brand voice and your values. And don't forget to have so much fun along the way, guys. Well, friends, that's it for today's episode of the Laptop Lifestyle Lounge. We hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of social media and that it's helped you walk away with a little bit of valuable information to apply to your own business and to decide, how you want to move forward with those platforms, scheduling them, and creating that content. So until next time, keep hustling, keep innovating, and keep living that laptop lifestyle. Cheers, my friends.